just seen. That rod just went away down the margin. Little PVA bag of krill pellet, krill crush, one of the little raspberry rush pop-ups, 12 mil on a Ronnie rig. Resulted in this, what do you reckon, about 10, 12 pound? Yeah, something about that. So yeah, only doing a little bit of filming today, but yeah, this is the fourth fish. We've got a few smaller ones. But, yeah, lovely, nice colours on him. So let's get him back. So you join me and Sherry down here at Viaduct Fishery. Been fishing for a couple of hours now. I've had a few out. To be honest, I wasn't going to vlog it, so but then I thought I've had a few, so I better vlog it, because obviously the last few vlogs I've done, I ain't had nothing. So as you just seen, I had that lovely little comment down the margin, literally just right in under this bush. You'll see me put the rod back out in a minute. But yeah, I've got another one just down the margin here between me and Sherry, because the margins do fish really well. This venue, like I said, is the Viaduct Fishery, just outside of Yeovil near Somerton. It's more of a sort of match venue, match anglers fish here, but you see one of my really early vlogs, which is a bit of a poor one. You'll see I fish the lake behind me actually, which is Carey Lake, but we're on Lodge Lake, which is just in front of the tackle shop here. They've got a lovely little tackle shop. You pick up any sort of bits and bobs, you know, essentials, as they say, bit of bait, you know, etc, etc. Right, but anyway, this is going to be a real short, not very complex vlog anyway. It's just a day session, like I say. Normally I don't really do vlogging on day sessions, but seeing as though we caught, I'm vlogging the rest of it, so hopefully you'll see a few more fish. Stay tuned. Right, so not sure if you guys have seen, but I'm now a member of the promo team at Outlaw Pro. So this gives me access to a wider range of baits. They also sell tackle. They have their own line of tackle. Everything from power banks, head torches, cookers, stoves, terminal tackle, like I say, bait. The main reason I'm on board is obviously the bait situation. So obviously in my future vlogs, as you heard me mention a minute ago, with the Kriller, which is one of their baits, I will be sort of, you know, fishing and using other baits in the range. Another one I got my eyes on at the moment, which I have got some, is the banoffee. I didn't bring it today because I just wanted to stick with the Kriller and you know, see if I can get a bit of confidence using that. Might even come back out here, you know, maybe do a comparison test, fish the same lake, same peg, using the banoffee. So that might be something I'll do in the future. But what I'll do now, I'll swing the camera around, just show you the products I'm using at the moment. Oh, hang on, let's just switch around. Sherry's got to take. What's that, the margin one, Sher? Yeah, Sherry's literally just put a rig right on the edge of here. I mean, all of my fish I've done down the margin. You have to excuse the foot edge. Yeah, literally right down here. Is he snagged up?
No, he's come out.
He's come out, you know, keep him nice and low, mate. There is actually a cable that runs along here, guys. I'm not sure if we can make it out on the camera, but for the aerator, which is out in the water there. So Sherry's obviously been fishing this side of the aerator cable, but now he's sort of dived in underneath a snag. Not sure if the camera's picking up on it, but he's kicking up a lot of silt off the bottom. Is he locked up solid?
Yeah.
Is he? Bugger. Unfortunately, guys, he snagged Lee up. The fish is actually off, which is a good thing. But, Lee's just sorting out, getting his rig out now. Luckily enough, we can sort of pull it out, cut it off like right down at water level where it is. So snag fishing, don't give him any room. Right then, after that little pickle, so here we have Outlaw Pro Kriller, 12 mil, 1 kilo. All the boilies come in these pots, so you can get them in 1 kilo or 5 kilo pots. So yeah, you don't really have to worry about bait buckets. So in here is the Krilla, and as you can see, what I've done, I've took the matching glug, glugged the boilies with a light coating, and then what I've done is, this is the crush. So basically this is boilie crush powder already done for you, and then what I've done, I've just literally sprinkled that in there, put the lid on, give it a toss round, and it gives the boilies that sort of like little coating on the top. Then obviously when these hit the bottom of the lake bed, these bits of boilie, they're going to rise up through the water, they're going to drop around, so it's just an extra little bit of attraction around there. But we're doing more on that in the future. And like I say, Krilla, so it's almost like a krill Scopex sort of flavour profile on that. And then the hook bait, which I actually just caught that fish on, is the Raspberry Rush. Now this was a line of boilies that they were doing, but they've discontinued the Raspberry Rush now, and I did manage to get me hands on a little pop of the 12mm pot of the 12mm pop-ups. Oh, hang on, oh Christ, that's one for the outtake, isn't it? So as you can see, these are like two-tone, so predominantly white, but they've got the fleck of red in there as well. And a lot of the guys that have been, before I come on board, who have been fishing these, have been doing really well on these. Another fish I caught earlier, or two fish out of the four actually, I caught on the natural attract pop-ups. So these are sort of, I'd say, not a high vis yellow, but more of like a sweet corn yellow. So that's the only hook baits I've got in the natural attract range. And then we've got the Krilla 15mm wafters, not wafters Jed, wafters. And then we've got part of the Krilla 12mm pop-ups. So pop-ups wise, I've got yellow, white/red, and the natural colour. And not last but least, because we've got one more after this as well. We've got the matching sort of little boost spray, which I give the hook baits a spray of that. So right, let's drop all these bits back in here a minute. Bear with me. Like I said, I wasn't actually going to vlog today, and I'm not organised at all. So what I've got in here, I've got the pellet. So this pellet here is the Krilla pellet. Now what I've done with this, I've got the matching glug, and I've just glugged a pellet. And what I got in here, I'll show you guys, to excuse it, I've got a little recycling bin that I put in with my little bucket of bits and bobs, and that just keeps the pellets separate. And there we've got a little mesh bag of a Krilla pellet that's been soaking in the glug, and some of the crush there, and that's all I've been doing, just hooking that on, casting that out, guys. So yeah, that's it. Outlaw Pro Krilla boilies, get on them. Alright, so I'm just going to show you this spot I'm fishing, guys. We're literally just in under this bush, and we're fishing there. So it's all of what, 20 foot down the bank, right tight and under that bush. And all we've been doing is putting a handful of the 12mm in there, the Raspberry Rush hook bait on a Ronnie rig, and hooking a bag of the pellet and the crush on there, and that is it. And that's what's doing me the bites so far. back in the same spot again, because that's the third fish from that same margin spot. So they obviously like it down there. Loving the kriller. There we go, guys. That's a Ronnie rig, little white kicker, raspberry rush pop up. Got the little tungsten sinker there to hold bottom, and the little fluoro boom, and a long anti-tangle sleeve. So that's it. Nicking a little bag of pellet on there. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap on that one. Unfortunately, when I was filming that little rig section, my battery ran out on my phone, so I did go on to catch another 3 after that. Sherry had a few out. I left sort of mid-afternoon, and Sherry carried on for a couple of hours, and I think he had about another 3 or 4 out in the end. So yeah, all in all, a good session. Like I said, wasn't really planning on videoing that. The reason it did run out, the battery on the camera, was I was trying to get a run on camera, which I managed to get a couple, but because it was sat there recording for like 15-20 minutes at a time, it absolutely drained the battery. So that's something I'm going to have to address on the next few videos. I am due for a new sort of phone upgrade anyway, because I do all my filming on my phone. So either that or make sure I take a power bank out next time. But yeah, so that's that. Next session is going to be in 4 weeks' time, and I'm not sure if I can say where or when, but that's with Jedi Carper. Some of you might be able to guess where we're fishing. So yeah, got a weekend session with him, and then we're going on and doing another 3 days on another lake. He's carried on and fishing another 3 days after that. I think it's about 10 days he's doing in total, but I'm just doing the 6th. So that's that. Might do a day session in between now and then, but not sure I'm going to have time due to work and sort of other commitments. But yeah, if you don't already, as I always say in my videos, please, subscribe to my channel. It does help. I'm getting near that magical 1,000 viewers now, or subs I should say. So as soon as I hit that, then I can sort of really start putting a bit more time and effort in, to it. It's not necessarily about making money. I mean, yeah, when you hit 1,000 subs, you do start earning revenue, but it's not a huge amount. But if it's enough to pay for a few bits here and there, then brilliant. It makes it all worthwhile. It doesn't take much to, subscribe. If you already have a YouTube sort of account, then yeah, please just, subscribe, like the videos, go back, comment, all the normal stuff you do on videos on YouTube. If you see me on the bank, then come and have a chat, talk about fishing or football or aeroplanes or whatever. Just, yeah, it's always nice to meet people on the bank, and I've met a lot of, friends, that I stay in contact with now through fishing. So, yeah, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.